here at Mudbugs in Buda, and Josh got a chance to interview the owner, Jeff Parks.
Jeff Parks is the owner of Mudbugs in downtown Buda. People who eat at Mudbugs, in addition to raving about the food, describe the authentic and creative feel of their dining experience. Jeff explains where his creativity comes from.
I worked at Copeland's in Pensacola. It's a New Orleans-based upscale casual, which is sort of a better way of saying upscale but not refined, or elevated but not refined.
Mudbugs menu doesn't offer a huge variety.
What we do is we try to do few things very well versus a ton of options where we're just slinging it out. And that's not what we're about. Everything is crafted from scratch.
Jeff often talks about respecting the food and where it comes from.
Whether it's a vegetable or whether it's an animal product, something either ceased to exist to put that on my plate, or in front of me to put it on your plate, or somebody harvested that food. So when we look at something, we don't waste anything in our kitchen. We do everything as scratch as we possibly can. So we pay respect to the people that provided it to get to our doorstep and bring what they intended it for to the best expression of what that can be. It's like, yeah, chicken, but let's do chicken as well as we possibly can.
That respect is well beyond food and expands.
And paying respect to the industry by serving in a manner by an educated staff, veteran. But we do have a couple diamonds in the rough that don't have the experience we were looking for, but the attitude and the ability to be coachable is sometimes worth more than 30 years experience.
Again, Jeff expands his idea of respect his restaurant to the community, how much he loves what Buda and the surrounding area has done for him, and how happy he is to return.
The expanded community to South Austin, to Kyle, which has been a big supporter of Mudbugs, and all those areas that are just growing exponentially, rallied around both communities, Kyle and Buda. There were I don't even think 100th of the closures or restaurants that started at the same time that I did that closed as compared to what happened in the bigger communities. So we fed as many firefighters as we possibly could on the job, the police, whatever, and we still do that on a monthly basis. We pick one of those entities or one of those stations and we'll feed them. And then when we expand into Kyle, we'll have that same attitude. These are people that their job is to get between us and harm. My job is to get between you and hunger pains. So if I can't help celebrate them, and put them in good spirits, lighten the load off of their wallet for lunch or whatever, that's the very least that we can do.
Jeff works hard in everything he does. He explains his ethics and motivation.
I get my ethical and moral compass from my dad and my grandpa, my two biggest heroes in my life. Because the only thing that a person truly owns is their word. And if we don't take this one existence to make it better for those around me, what the hell are we doing? I have that philosophy in food. I didn't open up a restaurant to make money. I opened up a restaurant because I feel I can do it better than anybody else. Whether it's true or not, that's how I keep that mental sharpness. That's how I keep my edge. And I tell my staff to do that too. Your tables are not just tables. That is John or Jane LLC.
To have the best experience possible with Mudbugs, come prepared to enjoy every moment. Here in
I got pizza the other night. I hate delivery pizza. It's not the good of quality. I hate to-go food, period. Sit down and enjoy it. Don't rush the world away. That's what we're here for. Instead of saying, I can't wait for, say, I look forward to. So you're not rushing all the moments. Before you know it, you're a date, a dash, and a date. Kindness, look at my menus. And then my menus for my other restaurants that we're getting ready to open up, be kind and eat well.
Be kind and eat well. Jeff believes food and relationship belong together.
We're getting into deep conversation here, but deep conversations happen over food. Important decisions are made over food, or on a beverage napkin at a bar. Ideas are written down, then
Jeff sees every dish as an opportunity to meet people where they're looking. That is
like I said, there's so many things that can happen in a restaurant. Happiness, engagements, people celebrate the life of somebody that just left them. Everything happens around food. So if we don't take this opportunity to make that dish from scratch and make it taste the exact same way, what are we doing? We have the skills to do it, so let's just do it.
So if you go to Mudbugs, find Jeff and tell him you saw this video. Jeff plans on expanding to new restaurants in Kyle and Buda, so be sure to ask him about that too.